let's get into it. What are elements of style? Elements of style are things that exist in nature and primarily in design. If you love architecture, interior design, even engineering, things like that, you'll probably be familiar with some of these already. Think of elements of style as a very overarching blueprint. Because of this, they can be applied to any body and any style. Once you start seeing your closet through this lens, it really will change the way you see your clothes. For example, a plain white tee will no longer be just a plain white tee that you've had in your closet for years. Instead, you could look at a plain white tee and see a high contrast against a pair of dark indigo denim. Or maybe instead you would see a harmonious color balance with a pair of oatmeal or cream trousers. Maybe you look at it from the context of silhouette and texture, and instead of a plain white tee, you see something soft and relaxed that contrasts with a sharp, structured pencil skirt. It is now an element that can be manipulated so that a desired look can be easily created, just depending on how you style it. Training our brains to see clothing in this way doesn't happen overnight. Even once you go through all of the videos and lessons in this course, you'll still have to practice it. It takes practice and patience. So you've got to do it often, and in my opinion, it's best to start small. That's why in this course, in my live Shop Your Closet videos, and in the Shop Your Closet playlist on my channel, I always start with breaking down an outfit into elements of style. And then we can apply those elements to our closets and create an outfit or create something that feels similar but also feels like us. There are actually quite a few elements of style. I've categorized them into 3 pillars. In this course, there's a lesson dedicated to each category so that we can isolate it, dive into it, so that way when you bring it all together, which we will also do in this course, it'll be a lot easier. The first is the style vibe. This is kind of the overarching description or theme of the look. And this is almost what guides all of the elements beneath it, because all different elements like texture and proportion and silhouette, all of them can inform the style vibe. But I really like to start off with that. So this is almost like your description. You pull out your thesaurus and you also look sort of within and see what's the mood, what's the energy, what's the vibe being given of this look. Next is silhouette and proportion. This is everything to do with shape. And finally, the third pillar is like a catch-all, and it's styling. And this includes everything from whether you tuck a shirt in a certain way or cuff a sleeve or roll a pant leg or a hem. It also works with accessorizing, how accessories are being chosen. Is it like a more maximalist, like piling them on, or is there mixed metals? Texture play is also included here. Working with color, mixing different aesthetics and styles is another big one and a really great styling trick. And finally, hair and makeup, because these also inform the overall look. So, as I mentioned, we're going to do a deep dive into each one of these categories, and at the end of the course, we're going to put them all together by using examples and going through our closets and pinpointing those elements and creating a look of our own. At least, I would hope that's what you do at the end of these lessons and at the end of the course to get that practice and creative brain going. Before we move on to the next lesson, there is one thing I want to say about when we take a look that is our inspiration and we identify the elements and practice recreating that look in our own closet. It's not so much about doing an exact carbon copy of the look. What's important is that we take the elements that we see that we like and we apply them to our closet and our own personal style. This trains your brain to start thinking creatively, but it's also really helpful if you're new to shopping your closet, if you're trying to figure out your personal style. I do think this exercise of trying to recreate is really helpful. It's a great way to almost reverse engineer and figure it out as you go. There's this really great quote by Yoichi Yamamoto that sums up this sort of exercise or practice beautifully. I'll let you read it and I'll see you in the next lesson.